Which alumni team will you suit up for? I guess you can't really play for the Leafs, huh?
I did not have the privilege of playing for the Leafs in my career, so no. Outdoor, yeah, we're really excited, and I think that it took a while. We've been talking about it for a while with the league, and this is what we wanted. We talked to Montreal, who had done a 100-year celebration a few years ago and had, I think, 3 events, and their feeling was that it was too much, and so we identified what we thought would be the best event and the most important event to us, and zeroed in on that, and chose that as something that we really wanted and expressed that to the league. So we were happy to get that done today.
What made that stand out, the outdoor game, among those?
Well, I guess I've been to a few now, and I just think it's such a celebration of hockey, and it just means so much to the players, but also it means a lot to fans that at some point most of us that grew up in climates like this experienced playing hockey outdoors. So and I think the fans like that they understand that these professional athletes are enjoying it, and they can identify with them.
Feels like this one will be one of the more intimate ones, all size considered. Is that an added attraction value to it?
I think it's I think it's going to be a great setting with great sight lines, and the atmosphere, just the fact that it's 2 original 6 teams. They're it's the first game like it in Toronto. 100-year birthday for us in the league. I think that the atmosphere is going to be very, very good.
Why this particular date? I'm sure you could have had your pick of dates, but why that particular date?
Well, I think there's something celebratory about January 1st, and obviously, we get to take what's typically the Winter Classic date, and it's what a good way to spend after you wake up and take a few aspirins on January 1st and maybe have a cheeseburger to soak some things up in the belly. What a great way to come out and spend the afternoon and, an outdoor game.
What will be the expected attendance? Is it 35 or?
35,000.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Give or take a few hundred.
You should always roll the dice with the weather. You never know, but it's perfect weather for the last time you and Detroit did it. So.
Yeah, you do never know, but they put these on every year, and every year they say the same thing. You just don't know about the weather. So hopefully it cooperates and we get a great setting.
But I imagine everything, all the retrofitting that they're doing now, all the adjustments to make it covered for all the fans, makes it even more appealing, given the fan experience, no matter the weather.
Yeah, no, I think that BMO Field, that was one of the reasons why they were doing some of the changes, so they could have events like the Grey Cup and things like an outdoor game, and good for them.
What does this Centennial season mean to the organization, do you think?
Well, I think in some respects, obviously, we want to, pay our respects and homage to the past that we've had, and I think it's a glorious past. We haven't been happy with, the last few years here. So it's not all going to be about just looking back. A lot of it's going to be about looking forward. We're trying to strike that balance between respecting the past, but also showing our fans and our alumni what we plan to, and our team, what we plan to do going forward.
Is it a bit of an uneasy celebration in the fact that it's also 50 years since the last Stanley Cup, which is quite a while? I'm just wondering how you balance that.
No, I hadn't thought of that, Ken, but thank you.
I'm sure you didn't do the math.
Yeah, thanks for putting it that way, planting that in my head. No, it's we're all well aware that all the people that have come to Toronto in the last couple of years knew what we were taking on and why we were coming, and it's to eradicate that story at some point, and knowing full well how hard it is in this league to win. That's why we're here. We're here to take on that challenge, and so we don't run away from that date. We don't, as you see, we don't run away or hide from the men here who have played here and won cups here. I think you want to draw inspiration from it, and I've been lucky enough to be a part of a few teams that broke long droughts. Red Wings, I think, was in their 42 years. In Salt Lake in Canada, I think, was over 50 years. And I believe in '94 in the World Championships, we were,
Since
pressing
51,
somewhere.
51.
Yeah, so
Yep.
it can be done.
I'll make a presumption that you don't want to be a last place team in your 100th anniversary season. How much better would you like this team to be next year in the celebratory season like that?
Oh, we want to be better. And it's, we're laying down a foundation this year, and obviously there was some moves we made that gave some of our younger players and opportunities to play, and we created some space for them. We created some space for ourselves going forward. So it's been a bit of a year of growing and a bit of a year of also changing. So look, we're all competitive people. We without deviating from what our overall plan is, we want to be as good as soon as we can. But sometimes, like I said, doesn't mean you go out and you stray from the plan or you do something that you think is not a good decision long term. But no, we're competitive people.
What have the
Any
young-
more questions, guys? Two
What,
more?
what have the young guys brought in the past couple of weeks? Your youngest guys that you brought up from the Marlies?
Well, I mean, they've shown a lot of promise, and but this really is for them also. Our fans have enjoyed watching them, and even our veteran players have enjoyed seeing them come up, and they've been watching them from watching the Marlies and how they're doing, and they want help too. They want these young players to come up and get a little bit of a taste of the NHL, whether it's 5, 10, 20 games, and give themselves a real measuring tool to be able to go back this summer and prepare for just how hard it is to be successful at the NHL level. So that's the big thing that I think that we're getting from these young players getting a.
I know you talked about the game being a celebration of hockey. In terms of alumni, are you going to cast as wide a net as possible to bring back as many alumni to make this kind of a celebration of the Leafs history?
We honestly have not had time to get down to the details of an alumni game, or put it this way, we have time to plan a lot of events around this and to take advantage of the ice and the environment. And certainly an alumni game is something that's very high on our wish list.
This is right in the middle of the World Juniors. Is there any possibility of a tie-in there with an outdoor game in the World Juniors? Because I know Buffalo is having an outdoor game next year. I'm just wondering, since it's here, is there any possibility?
we haven't even we were tying up this deal as late as this afternoon, so we haven't discussed all the other possibilities.
Would you be open to the possibility, you think?
It wouldn't be my decision,
No.
quite honestly. It would be
right.
IIHF. So it's not something we're pursuing. It'd be something that they would have to pursue.